Welcome back to Your High School Sports. We're joined now by head coach of the Cyclones, Shawn Witten. Coach, you got a win last week. Talk about Unicoi County.
Well, we just got off to a good start, and when our defense is playing good and not giving up the big play, and it makes you can be an aggressive offensive play caller, and they did a good job of loading up the box, and we got our passing game going for the second week in a row. So it's exciting to see the progress we've made. It's exciting to see us go on the road in a youth challenge and get off to a good start and get a big conference win. So our passing attacks come on pretty good, and our guys are doing a good job. Hunter's doing a good job spreading the football around. Our line's doing a good job pass protecting, but it all starts when your defense plays really well. You can be aggressive on offense.
And you're talking about your passing game. Over the years, you guys have been a running team. So now, when you play an opponent, they've got to figure out, what they're going to do. Are they going to throw the ball or are they going to run the ball? So the passing game sure helps your offense right now, doesn't it?
Well, it does. It makes us a more dynamic offense, a more explosive, and it makes them have to honor us, everybody on the field. Jalen Smith, Connor Johnson, Drew Bowers, Corey Russell, a number of guys catching the football. And it's just exciting that, now they have to defend everybody on the field, and it makes us more explosive. So we got to keep it going. We still got a lot of work to do. A lot of times when we emphasize the pass, we kind of slack off the run and vice versa. So, we really got to do a good job of mixing it up and playing good run offense and good pass offense. So, but, anytime there's going to be games when our passing is going to be better than the run, and there's going to be games where our run's better than the pass. But for us to go down the road, you can't be one-dimensional, and in big games like we got this week, being one-dimensional really hurts you.
When you say that, do you like to do 50-50 or 60-40?
Well, from the coaches' talk, everybody likes to be balanced, but we go in with the mentality of, we got to play good run defense and we got to run the football. And I think with our big guys up front, that's where it starts. But when you can have the ability to spread people out of the box, and you kind of look at the numbers and. They play a too high safety scheme and they play soft on us. We try to run the football. If they load it up, we can go the pass. So, we're getting better at it. And we're getting a lot more confidence, and we got a big win, and it helps us going on in the future.
A big win against Unicoi County. Make sure you stay right here on Your High School Sports. We'll be right back.
If you're in the market for a quality used vehicle, here's a grand opening you don't want to miss. Gateway Auto Center of Jonesboro is now open. East Tennessee's bargain outlet for cars, trucks, SUVs, and more, located across from Ingalls in Jonesboro, a division of Gateway Ford Lincoln Mazda in Greenville, and the only used car dealer in the region offering the Gateway Carefree Car Deal on over 100 pre-owned vehicles. Upfront pricing posted on the windshield, top dollar for your trade-in, and a lifetime powertrain warranty. Gateway Auto Center on Highway 11E in Jonesboro, online at gatewayusedcars.com.
Test drive any vehicle on the lot for your chance to win tickets. Race on in to take advantage of our great savings on our pre-owned inventory.
And come on in and test drive any vehicle to win tickets like I did.
Let the Charlie Long Agency protect the place you call home. Serving the Carter County area with 25 years of excellent customer service. Call for the protection you need and the service you want. The Charlie Long Agency, representing Allstate. Give us a call.
Welcome back to Your High School Sports. I'm with Preston Whitehead. Defensive, what position you play?
I play middle linebacker.
Middle linebacker for the Cyclone defense. Preston, let's talk about when I get with Coach and he starts to talk about things. Your team is right at the point of you're winning games. You're starting to develop more as a unit. Tell me about that.
Well, these next 2 weeks for sure is really important for us. We got Tennessee High coming up on Friday. That's always a good game. And the next week we have Pigeon Forge. I think that from the beginning of the season, we're definitely a totally different team. We've definitely improved a lot in several areas, offense, defense, just everywhere we've totally improved.
You know, I know that you had to switch position. How hard is that being a senior when you have to switch positions and take on a new role on the team?
Well, you know, it's definitely difficult, especially going into my senior year, but, you know, I worked really hard. I asked a lot of questions, and they did a really good job of coaching me up and get me in the right place, and I really think that inside linebacker is my better fit place anyways.
You'd never played that position before?
Not since 8th grade.
So you're right at home then, huh?
Yes, sir.
All right. When we come back here on Your High School Sports, we're going to talk to the coach again, and then we're going to have a presentation to the Carter County Player of the Week.
The Jeep Celebration event is going on now at Mullins Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Elizabeth. 2015 Jeep Patriot stock number 098 are only $14,900, or a 2015 Ram 1500 Crew Cab with a Hemi stock number 470 are just $27,900. Check out a 2015 Chrysler 200 Limited stock number 563 for only $18,900. You can buy at Mullins with no money down, no payments till December, 0% APR on select models, and always top dollar for your trade. Before you buy, give Mullins a try.
Welcome back to Your High School Sports. I'm Roddy Woods. I'm rejoined now with head coach of the Cyclones, Shawn Witten. Coach, like you said, we ended things with you, and we picked up with one player, outstanding young man. Talk about that young man.
Well, you know, Preston Whitehead's done a great job of getting more comfortable as an inside linebacker. I mean, when you've played outside for 3 years and you move inside, it's a different scheme. It's a different vision. So there's a lot more coming at you. But he's done a good job, you know, making the defensive calls and getting lined up. He seems to get more comfortable. And, you know, this is another week where he's got to come up big for us. But, you know, Preston's worked hard. He's strong. He's physical. You know, he's done a good job of picking up the defense and inside. He does a good job blitzing, playing the run, and then, you know, does a good job playing the pass. But, you know, as a guy that's, you know, it's a number one of our kids, you know, that, you know, just a team football player that does what we ask him to do. And, you know, as going in your senior year, it's not you know, it's not every day that you ask people to move positions, but you know, he knows it's better for him and it's better for us, and that's a great attitude by that young man.
Let's move on. Unicoi County's behind us. Conference win. You go up against a big test this week against Tennessee High. They're 4-1. You guys are state ranked though. You know, talk about Tennessee High.
Well, it's just big and physical. I mean, we told our kids yesterday, I mean, the team that's most physical on the front and on the defensive front is going to win the football game. I mean, they're big, strong. They remind us a lot like us the last couple of years. Big running back, 218 pounds, a lot of and big up front, a lot of seniors. Okay. You know, they only got 2 seniors on the offensive end, one senior guard and one sophomore quarterback and a sophomore guard. So a really big senior group, you know, and I'm sure they got the last 2 years. I mean, you know, we beat them up pretty good, and it's been a good game. But anytime you go to Stone Castle, it's a unique place to play. It's always a tough place to play, and this is a big, you know, we're kind of at the middle of the season, you know, and your season can go, you know, we've been practicing a long time in the summer, and, you know, we've had some physical games. It just seems like, you know, every game for us is a big game. I mean, every game's a marquee game, and we got to come out and play. But this one's going to be a physical football game. It's going to be tough. I mean, it's going to be the most physical team's going to win the game.
Coach, when state rankings come out and you're ranked in the top 10, how does that affect your team? Does it get in their head, or do you try to keep it out of their head?
Well, I mean, I think that, you know, the kids earn it, you know, but you at the same time, we talk to the kids, you got to handle success. I mean, how do you handle success? You got to go right out there and follow it up. So, I mean, we know that we take care of business, don't handle it itself. But right now, you know, at the end of the season, that's where the state rank matters. You know, if we don't take care of business this week, we're going to fall back. So, you know, as long as we do our job. But there's some great teams in that 3A league, you know. I mean, I don't know how much more we deserve to move up in front of some of those other teams. But, you know, there's a lot of good teams in the 3A league, and it's going to be a tough contest down the road. But we just focused on now, and we got a good football team ahead of us. You know, there's only got one loss against Dobbins Bennett. So big, strong, physical played some good competition. Blew out Morristown East, blew out Sullivan South. Had a tight game against Daniel Boone last week. So we really know what we got in stake for us this week.
You got to play. Everybody's got to bring their A game this week, correct?
Well, there's no doubt about that. And you got to bring more than the A game. It's going to be a 48-minute game, and these types of games, you got to worry. You got to get all those situations. You got to play the last-minute situations, 2-minute situations, and penalties have been a thing this week. Even though we've been able to get 3-1, penalties has kind of been our hamper, long yardage situations. And so, fortunate enough that our defense has played good enough. We've been able to go for some things and take some chances. But this group's a good bunch. They've seemed to rise to the challenge every week, and we expect no different. But the next couple of weeks going forward is going to be really tough for our kids.
Well, you heard it right there from Coach Shawn Witten. This week is Tennessee High. Next week they play be a conference opponent. So make sure you get out, follow the Cyclone team up to the Stone Castle this week as they take on Tennessee High this Friday night. We'll be right back here on Your High School Sports right after this.
The Jeep Celebration event is going on now at Mullins Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Elizabeth. 2015 Jeep Patriot stock number 098 are only $14,900, or a 2015 Ram 1500 Crew Cab with a Hemi stock number 470 or just $27,900. Check out a 2015 Chrysler 200 Limited stock number 563 for only $18,900. You can buy at Mullins with no money down, no payments till December, 0% APR on select models, and always top dollar for your trade. Before you buy, give Mullins a try.
The YourHighSchoolSports.com Carter County Player of the Week is brought to you by Brumit Sports Shop, located in beautiful, historic Elizabethton.
Sports fans, it's time for Your High School Sports Carter County Player of the Week, sponsored by Brumit Sports Shop right here in Elizabethton. Your Carter County Player of the Week this week is Austin Whitehead of Cloudon. He had a multitude of touchdown runs and a great defensive game and an offensive game. So we would like to congratulate Austin Whitehead of Cloudon this week as your High School Sports Carter County Player of the Week, sponsored by Brumit Sports Shop right here in Elizabethton. Coming up next, make sure you stay right here on Your High School Sports, and we're going to announce the All-State Player of the Week, Tri-Cities All-State Player of the Week, sponsored by Charles Long Insurance right here in Elizabethton as well. We'll be right back here on Your High School Sports in a moment.
The YourHighSchoolSports.com Carter County Player of the Week is brought to you by Brumit Sports Shop, located in beautiful, historic Elizabethton. The revolutionary safety of the Michelin Premier family of tires is now available for more cars, trucks, minivans, and SUVs. So whatever you drive, you can take on wet or slippery roads with confidence mile after mile. Double D Tire can help you take changing weather in stride and save. Double D Tire has been family owned and operated since 1981. Owners Tommy and Flint Carter specialize in tires, alignments, brakes, suspension repairing, and custom wheels. Double D Tire would like to thank all their customers and look forward to serving you in the future.
It's the day, it's finally arrived, it's your wedding day. It's the moment you've been waiting all your life, it's your wedding day.
Ah, your wedding day, that one special day in your life you'll never forget. So let Venture Productions capture all those special moments at your wedding for you to treasure a lifetime. Our approach to videography is one of creativity and excellence. Call Venture Productions for your video services.
It's the moment you've been waiting all your life, it's your wedding day. Yeah, yeah.
Let the Charlie Long Agency protect the place you call home. serving the Carter County area with 25 years of excellent customer service. Call for the protection you need and the service you want. The Charlie Long Agency, representing Allstate. Give us a call.
Welcome back to Your High School Sports. I'm Roddy Woods, and it's time now to announce the All-State Tri-Cities Player of the Week, sponsored by Charlie Long Insurance right here in Elizabethton. Not one player could we not give this to this week, so we have chosen the Kingsport Dobbins Bennett team for an effort that they put up against Hardin Valley, winning last week 24-22. So this week's All-State, All Tri-Cities team is Dobbins Bennett High School, sponsored by Charlie Long Insurance right here in Elizabethton. Well, fans, I hope you had a great time with us this day. We kicked things off early this morning over in Greenville with Coach Ballard. He talked about his big win last week. He got his first conference win against Sullivan East. They got a big matchup coming up this week, taking on Granger County. And then we went up to and saw Coach Carter. He talked about the loss against Maryville. Big time game against Maryville. He lost his quarterback. Doesn't know what's going to happen with him, but they played Maryville hard. But when you lose 52-17, there's not a lot to say about it. He's getting ready this week for another big game. Washington County rival Daniel Boone. He said you never know what might happen off of exit 13. Then we wrapped up everything else with Shawn Witten, coach of the Cyclones. He had a big win last week against Unicoi County, but he gets ready this week to go up to the Stone Castle to play Tennessee High. So we hope you've enjoyed it. We'll see you next time right here on Your High School Sports. We'll see you next week.
Your High School Sports is excited to be entering its third season and now has expanded to the Tri-Cities area. Your High School Sports is brought to you by these great sponsors.